When you actually made your entrance in fights, you carried the National Wrestling Alliance, which was known as the NWA title, and the World's Championship out of respect and passion for professional wrestling. Conversely, you made your entrance in the WWF with your UFC championship as well. So how was that like? What made you even to attempt? Because normally you didn't see something like that. Like companies were very particular as far as their belts being seen on other brands or
Yeah.
other brands coming to their company. So how did that work out?
Well, I'll say that the group that was probably much more up in arms was the UFC, because the
Nice.
UFC wanted no association whatsoever with professional wrestling, because they were promoting, we're the real deal. We're not professional wrestling. We're the real deal. Where bones are broken and people are knocked out and people are carried out in stretchers, and yeah, I mean it was promoted in that type of a fashion. And to me, the NWA belt, I had to do some politicking there, because they did not want to have any kind of association. But when I talked to them about the National Wrestling Alliance and some of the men that have carried that belt out, and I go, don't ever look at me as, I will not bring any bad media to you. I will not do anything of that nature whatsoever. I said, um, and I had the professional wrestling promoter Dennis Carluzzo, which he's long gone now, but he carried out the belt, and I had a couple of my friends, and it was part professional wrestling entourage, because my four or five guys, they were all dressed up in Stars and Stripes outfit. They had like these Zuba type Stars and Stripes pants. They had on a marketing type of shirt, and they were throwing shirts out into the crowd as we're going in there. So no one had ever done that before. So I was kind of mixing a little professional pizzazz with this, but at the same token, it's kind of like going. I told them, "You guys are the show, not me." I said, I'm not going to be doing any of this. I'm going to be out there. I'm going to be walking out there the same as I always do, wearing the gray shirt and stuff like that. I'm walking out there, and because I go, I have to go out there and take care of business. If I go
Right.
out there and get knocked out or get beat, this whole this whole thing blows up in our face. I'm not gonna let it blow up in our face. So again, that's where when you do certain type of interests, and then you get knocked out or you lose, you kind of be made a fool. So that's what I told them. I said you guys are the show, and they were. They did a great job, and you're seeing even more now of entourages that they put on even more of a show. So I think I was the start of one of those type of things. But I shouldn't. I didn't say that even early on, and then when the UFC was originally owned by Art Davie and Jorge and Gracie, when Gracie would come out, they did what they call the Gracie train. They had all these group of Gracies all kind of hold on each other's back and stuff like that, and they called it the Gracie train. So